Whoa! So I just posted. What's up, folks? I just did a premiere video, and I was like, I'm gonna surprise them, and I'm gonna go live real quick. So I just did a premiere video with the Google Pixel 3a XL versus the Moto G7, and I decided to go ahead and do a live video after doing that premiere video to see if I could catch you off your game and see if you're gonna come into the live stream. Because I know a lot of you guys have a lot to say about the Pixel 3a XL, as do a lot of people. People are excited about the Pixel 3 XL and the Pixel 3. Is it worth getting right now? I wanted to go ahead and come on in with a live stream. What's up, Chris? What's up, Joseph? All you guys coming in, I appreciate it. I didn't do Monday's live news. I was a little caught up with things. I had a lot going on. So I said, I'm going to do a premiere video. Then I'm going to try to catch them off guard and go live. So wanted to go ahead and do that. So see how you guys are doing. Let me get my chat open big over here so I can find it. Thanks all you guys who stopped in to that quick video, that quick premiere video. I wasn't going to release that video, but tomorrow is a very special day, as you all know. It is OnePlus Day, and there's going to be a ton of people talking about the OnePlus. Where's my video at? I can't even find it. This happens like YouTube has like this delay of notifications, and when I do a live video here lately, man, it's just it hasn't been popping up for a lot of people, and I can't even find the video, so it's going to take it's a little bit of a delay. But the Pixel 3 AXL or the Pixel 3A is stirring up, it's stirring it up, which is what you want. You want it to be competition on the market, because competition means lower pricing for all of us. So before I get this video going real strong, I'll start getting into the conversation. I won't hold you. It's a Monday night, I believe. So I was like, I'm just going to kick back and do a premiere. Then I'm going to do a live stream. And then I'm going to get out of here and give you guys some time with your families. So anybody, did you guys get the notification? How did you guys get the notification for this live stream? Because I genuinely can't, my own stream, I can't even pull it up. It's so strange. It's very strange that I can't. YouTube does this to me all the time. It doesn't show that. There it is. Finally. Okay, there we go. Let me mute this sound out real quick here. I just want to open up the chat over on this other big screen over here so I can read your comments. So hit that thumbs up if you're ready to hang out and talk about the Pixel 3a XL or the Pixel 3a and the Pixel. I've been doing comparisons based on what you guys request. So a lot of you guys have requested that I compare it next to the Pixel 3. And personally, I don't really see the purpose of doing that because, you got the notification. Okay, so some of you guys got the notification on YouTube. Okay, that's good. Because I just did a premiere. Okay, so Chris says subscription notify him. Okay, so good. The notifications seem to be working right now. Okay, let me check this real quick. So good. All right, so audio is good. You should at least be able to see this in 720p because I'm streaming with the Moto G7. I just put out the Moto G7 versus the Pixel 3a XL. So I wanted to hear you guys' thoughts on it, because that was a real brief video. And I wanted to hear you guys' thoughts on the Pixel 3a or 3a XL. First of all, shout out to the replay crew before I get going. I'm 4 minutes in already, and I'm forgetting about the replay crew. So replay crew, everybody say what's up to the replay crew. Make sure we get them some love for the people that can't catch it live. But the Pixel 3a is really stirring up. It's stirring up some noise. And, this is a good thing. However, I'm comparing the Pixel 3a to what I consider to be some really tight competition. And some people say that there's no competition for the Pixel. I highly doubt that. I just got this phone right here, which is the Xiaomi Note 7, Redmi Note 7. This is another direct competitor to the 3a XL or the 3a. There's a whole bunch. Oh, there he is. Art Dog. What's going on, man? Shout out to everybody that's coming in, finally catching me live. I've been going live a lot more lately, and I've been doing a lot more premiere videos so I can interact with you directly. A lot of people say they can't catch me live, so I've been doing premiere videos. If you notice, I've been doing a lot more premiere videos because premiere videos are pretty much like live streams. It's just pre-recorded. So there's super chat, there's live chat, there's direct interaction with me. And that's, that's what the Premiere, that's why I've been doing a lot more Premiere videos, because people have questions they want to ask right away. So right off the whip, once again, shout out to everybody who's able to stop by and chat with me for a little bit while we discuss the Pixel 3a and the 3a XL. But anyway, like I was saying, this phone right here is another phone that's direct competition for the 3a and the 3a XL. And it costs literally $200 or so. But in the US, does the Pixel have any competition? Does it have any competition in the US? It's really not that it's slim pickings. It's just that the other brands don't get the shine. You know what I'm saying? So this phone right here, it's going to get compared to the Pixel 3 too. This is the Sony Xperia 10. This is another phone. This phone is $350. So this is another phone that should be compared to the Pixel. You know what I mean? So does the Pixel have the competition that it actually needs to consider itself? Because what's going to happen is the Pixel is just going to run away with the mid-range game, if you want to call that a mid-range price. I did a video recently on the Pixel 3 where I talk about the money gap. So I feel like once you hit $400, you got to start explaining yourself to me as a, that's just me. You got to explain to me why I want to give you $400 for this phone with these internals and, how it's going to benefit me. Now, I know internals only means so much, but to techies, it means a lot, right? As techies, we pay attention to everything. Average consumers, they not so much. They just want the phones to work. And, that doesn't mean that they're wrong. They just need to be a little bit more educated on what they're spending the money on. Because Apple does a great job of that, of using they're recycling the same stuff and selling it to you again. You know what I mean? I want to check out some of your comments here. What's going on, Cruz? I see you in there. Chris, I switched from the G7 to the 3A, and I'm completely satisfied, but I give props to the G7. It's only missing Google software. If it had updates like Well, see, appreciate that, Chris. The G7 does get updates, and Motorola software is stock. It's not any different, really, in my opinion. To me, I respect what you're saying, but I don't think there's much difference in the software with the 3A or, the Google products versus the Motorola. If anything, you get more features on the Motorola. You get the chop, all the little twists, you get all those things, and they don't interfere with the performance of the phone. Now, the Moto G7 is running a Snapdragon 632, which I think is one of the fastest, smoothest processors that I've ever used in the 600 series. I actually like it better than the 625. And you guys know that the 625 is my favorite. If you've been following me long enough, I give much praise to the Snapdragon 625. I think it's a tried and true, well-established processor, and you can still use it today for gaming and things like that. But the 670, honestly, has impressed me. You know what I'm saying? I never had any hands-on time with the 670, and this is my first time, and I'm pretty impressed with the performance because I put it next to the Pixel 3 at you guys' request, and some of you guys are, I don't know, what's up? I see you, some of you guys coming in. I appreciate you guys stopping in real fast, man. Just been streaming for about 8 minutes, so you didn't really miss anything. Yeah. But I'm on cue also. So, but anyway, I feel like the Pixel 3a runs just as fast with the processor. I'm not having any issues with that 670 processor. And remember, I was the one who was doubting the 670 processor at first because I hadn't had any experience on with it. But I just feel like the Pixel devices are priced in somewhat of a flagship territory price. If you disagree with that, I completely understand. You spend your money how you want to spend your money. But I feel like once I pass $400, you're going to have to start explaining to me why I'm willing to give this price if I don't have a Snapdragon 8 blah, blah, blah in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So do I recommend the Pixel 3a over the G8? Yeah, no. Not in my personal opinion, because see, this is considered, really what you should be asking is, do I recommend the G8 or the Pixel 3 over the G8? And the answer is still no. The G8 is just, to me, one of the best flagships out. I recommend the G8 over, if you're in the flagship territory, which is 600 and all that, those prices, I recommend getting that over the S10 on a bad day. I mean, the G8 is just an awesome phone. And so, but remember, that's just my personal opinion. That's all. I'm just telling you, a lot of people would disagree with me on that and say, no, the Pixels are better than the G8. But the reason that I would recommend the G8 over the Pixels right now is because the G8 costs less. Unless you got it on that one anniversary day where you got it half off, No ifs, ands, or buts. Then, because price plays a point, but to a certain extent. The G8 is got, to me, better cameras in every way except for the portrait mode. The portrait mode is what kills it, and the still shots is what kill it on the Pixel devices. It's killing it. Like nothing in that premiere video I just did. It just destroys the G8. Not destroys it. It's just Google has somehow mastered the art of their camera game. That's what it is. They've mastered the art of the camera game. Somebody says, I see a question. I need to get my glasses. It says something about, do I recommend the 3A over the S10? I would recommend you get the 3A or the 3A XL over the Galaxy S10e, the S10, or the S10 Plus. I would recommend you get either one of those over the Galaxies, because optimization of the software, consumers can keep those phones for longer, and they're guaranteed some updates. Samsung is not guaranteed to push out any updates. Plus, you're getting the real feel of what an OS is supposed to be like. Samsung's version, it has a skin on it, and it's not bad. Don't let me have you thinking that I think that the S10s are bad. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it's about. But you asked me about either one, and I would take the 3A or the 3A XL over the S10, over the S10 and S10 Plus. I would take over the S10 line for sure. I think the 3A is very fast, very fluid. I just feel like the 3As are better purchases than those flagship devices. And really, that's where you could save some money. So the 3A devices that they just released, if you're looking for a flagship, I could recommend the 3A devices over the flagships, because you're getting quality software directly from Google. You're getting decent hardware, not outstanding hardware, but you're getting decent hardware. And obviously, you know what I'm going to say, the cameras and performance. The Snapdragon 670 has proved itself to me, because I just put it against the Snapdragon 845 and it hung with it. It hung with it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't get blown out of the water. If you haven't seen these videos I'm talking about, check them out. They're on the channel after the live stream. Go hit those up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you'll be impressed with what you see. Let me see here. Post your comments or post your questions down there if you have a question. I actually thought the pixels on the pictures, our dog says he actually thought the still pictures on the 3A were slightly better than the Pixel 3. And a lot of people are saying that. Also, if you look at the Pixel 3 versus the Pixel 3A, you'll notice that the whites on the 3A are whiter and the Pixel looks pinkish. Anybody notice that on the videos that I put out? The screen looks pinkish. And what I did, I went into the store and I got both phones side by side, and it wasn't just my phone. It was the store displays too. They had a Pixel 3 next to a 3A, and the 3A screen looked much better. Straight up, real talk. No, because I had my phones with me and I said, let me go in the Best Buy real quick. I went in there and I was like, wow, okay. So I'm not going crazy, because you can see the videos that I put out. The Pixel 3 looks pinkish or like a reddish color next to the 3A. And the whites are very bright, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, personal preference, man. A lot of people are saying that the 3A screen is way better than the Pixel 3. But we're talking about the 1080p versions. I didn't look at the Quad HD on the XL, but that's all about a person's eyes. I looked at it for myself, and I was like, wow, it does. My Pixel 3 looks pinkish, and then the one in the store looks pinkish. So I don't know. Maybe it's about adjusting. I don't know. So post your questions down below. But I think the competition, for the Pixel 3A, it's really slim pickings. So again, that price point, if you're talking about a brand new phone that just came out for 2019, let's not talk about previous flagships for a second. If you talk about the real competition for the Google Pixel 3A, it's really, to me, just itself when it comes to some things, because it's priced higher than most mid-rangers that are out there. Like, you got the Sony phone that's $350, and then the other one is $429, I think it is. But that's just for the bigger screen. They still cost less than the Pixel, and Sony's hardware Sony's hardware, or excuse me, Sony's software is fantastic to me. It's pretty much stock Android. You know, the G7 is a fantastic phone. I'm using it right now to stream with this video, and the Pixel 3a is right here. But I think Google's competition. What's going on, man? I see you guys. Uno Nice. I see you guys. Everybody's just stopping in. I appreciate you guys stopping in, man. Josh, all you guys, I thank you for stopping by for a minute to hang and talk about the Pixel 3a lineup, the 3a and the 3a XL. I don't think there's a lot of competition right now for the 3a. And I'm also going to talk about this. I think Google kind of set a standard, but kicked themselves at the same time. The phones have no expandable storage, and there's no other options. That's one. I'm giving you a spoiler about some of the things I've been noting about the phone. So if you hear it later on in another video, you already heard it here. Not being able to have more storage is not good for the Pixel 3a. You know why? Because you may have unlimited storage for your photos and stuff like that, but a lot of people I've learned store things on the phone. And they want the ability, or at least have the option, to transfer it off if they want to. You can't do that with the 3A. All you got, you know what I'm saying, is just 64 gigs, and that's it. That's all you got was 64 gigs, and that is all you get. That is where I say they kind of kicked themselves a little bit, right? Another place where I feel like they kicked themselves is they brought out the Pixel 3a lineup with their Pixel 3 lineup still fresh. And I said it before, and I said it again and again and again. Some Pixel owners are saying they do feel cheated, and some Pixel owners said, "No, I'm happy with my Pixel 3." If you're happy with it, fine. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the super chat, man. I saw a question from somebody. It scrolled through though. Uno, I got a Pixel 3 XL. I got a Pixel 3 XL and would not trade or exchange it for a 3A or a 3S. I'm waiting to see the Pixel 4 XL, if in fact there is a Pixel 4. You know what I'm saying? If in fact there is a Pixel 4. I just feel like Google is setting a great standard, but some areas to me need to be checked. Like the price needs to be a little bit lower if they're going to call it a mid-range. And then also they're kicking their own selves in the foot by releasing it while their Pixel 3 line is so fresh. It's like they got frustrated and said, you know what? We got to do something to make this bread back. You know, the Pixel 3s and the 3 XLs are not selling very well, and we got to do something. Let's cut corners here, 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 here. Let's add this. Let's take this away. Let's add this, and we're going to sell some phones. And now, fortunately for them, they're going to sell a boatload of the 3A line, the small one and the big one. They're going to sell a boatload of them. But it doesn't come, you know, without some kind of restraint, which is the storage. Having only 64 gigs of storage. Now, okay, now let's be clear here. I'm not saying 64 gigs of storage is not enough. I'm not saying it's not enough. What I'm saying is there are people out there that store a ton of things on their phones, and they might want to expand their storage, especially when you can get a 128 gig card or a 200 gig card for like $60. You can get a 256 gig card for what, $30 now? A quality one at that. So it's kind of that to me would have helped the price if they had expandable storage. I don't need wireless charging. I don't need no IP rating and all that stuff. But the price, you know what I'm saying? I've gotten away from saying, oh, the price, the processor. The processor slapped me in the face. It let me know that it was worthy. So the 670 processor, it's actually really good. But just that price range, to call it a mid-range price, a phone with a high price tag, I'm not really feeling it too much. I saw a question up here from somebody said, oh, Jess Wallace said, I feel cheated, you know, but hopefully the Pixel 4 is more powerful. And, you know, if they do bring the Pixel 4, they're going to have to throw you know what? They better come with a 4K display. Straight up. If they bring the Pixel with a 4K display, I mean, I'm already going to be all the way in anyway, but if they bring the Pixel with a 4K display, because right now Sony holds that crown of they got those bragging rights. We the only one balling out, you know, with a 4K display. And I'm still waiting on my Xperia 1. But nonetheless, they've brought out several 4K displays. And for people that don't think it's actually, or think it's a gimmick or something like that, It's not, man. Having owned the 4K display, when you're watching 4K content, it's absolutely stunning. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, no Pixel has ever had an SD card slot. Yeah, but we're talking about, yeah, Steven, tone it down a little bit, bro. Don't get so offended. You know, and this is conversation. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter that it hasn't had it in the past. If Google wants to keep up with what's current, they better start putting an SD card in the phone, because people like to expand storage. You know how much money these companies make off of SD cards? They make a lot. SD cards are popular. I keep brand new SD cards on hand, ready to go, because I like being able to like, let's just say you took something on your phone and it went to your SD card, right? It went to your SD card, right? And you something happens to your phone. If you have an SD card and you were storing it to the SD card, you take it right out, boom, got it, you get it off. With a phone that doesn't have that capability, you have to go to Google's cloud. If it went to the cloud at all, you know, you might run into issues. You know what I'm saying? So I personally feel like if they never put an SD card in their devices and keep going up on these so-called mid-range prices, they might run into some problems. Right now, they're doing okay. The reason that they're doing okay is because the store, and some of you guys are talking about the type of storage it is. Fact of the matter is, it's fast enough. You got to remember, us techies, we pick it apart, but it's fast enough for us, and it definitely should be fast enough for the average consumer. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chris for the super chat. Appreciate the love. Google Photos backup is not full quality. Well, okay, so you have the option to choose whether you want full quality or not. Some people, I've seen people rush through and didn't select, you know what I'm saying, Note 9 user in the house, Tony P. I've seen people not choose the high quality one and choose the unlimited one because it'll drop. You know, technically I see what you're saying, but you have the ability to choose unlimited with high quality. You know, you can switch it to full quality. Like somebody just said, you can switch it to full quality. It's not that it doesn't have it. Some people just don't choose it. They choose not to do it. So, yeah. I think I have like 300 gigs of storage on my Google, or 300 or I used to have I got 1 terabyte. I got a lot of storage on mine, but I don't choose to. I just choose the unlimited one or whatever, because that's just to back it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I don't even think I'm ever going to even go back and look at any of those photos and stuff like that. But it's good to have. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care what the quality is too much. But you know, the Pixel 3a line was a smart move by Google for a lot of ways. It's a smart move by Google, but at the same time, there's people out there still using the original Pixel. Shout out to Easy Computer Solutions, just jumping in. I appreciate the love, bro. And Jay Mills said he's using the original OG. But Google is on to something, but at the same time, they got to work out. It's almost like I want to say they owe the current Pixel 3 owners a little bonus. You know what I'm saying? Because shout out to My Project 13. He posted the trade-in value on the OnePlus for the Galaxy S10 on a OnePlus site. And this is a side note where I circle back around to Google. Google's trade-in values probably not as high as OnePlus, depending on which device you have. Just like Samsung, very low trade-in. However, you can get $600 for a Galaxy S10 when you trade in tomorrow to buy your OnePlus 7 or whatever they go on sale. Google's trade-in process is a little. I know people that have traded into Google. Shout out to LaShawn. Pixel Squad stand up, but it's different. And I think Google is going to have to find something to take care of the Pixel 3 owners that purchased the Pixel 3. And then here we are later, you know what I'm saying, they got the Pixel 3a, and you know what? Let's be realistic here. There are a few people out there saying, oh, the 3a is trash. The 3a is, man, it ain't good. I bought it, I returned it. Respect. You want it, you're a rare breed. Because if you think the 3A is a trash phone, you don't, no offense, but you don't know technology. You don't know a good, solid camera or a nice phone when you see one. But again, personal preference, nothing personal. I disagree with that statement, though. I think that the 3A lineup is a smart move by Google, and it's a quality phone. And if Google plays it right, I think the only company it's not on is AT&T. And it's probably because AT&T is so greedy, they probably wanted a huge cut. You know what I'm saying? I think Google should do something to accommodate the Pixel 3 owners, the Pixel 3 and 3 XL, because people could say they don't feel cheated. And I understand that if you feel you don't. Just Wallace, he said he feel cheated, but he's going to wait. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that I say that you might feel a little cheated is because look at how good the 3A is. The only thing that's stopping it is the processor for a lot of people. You know, people say, oh, it doesn't have wireless charging. It doesn't have an IP rating. Man, today we all are guilty of buying a phone, pretty much, not all. Some people still butt naked. But I don't take my phones around like that outside. I'm looking for a screen protector and a case when I leave the house. Most people do that. Most people don't get their phones wet. Most people don't take their phones around the swimming pool or go swimming with it. The IP rating is, it's not something, I've never really had to have an IP rating. I don't even require that, you know what I'm saying? I don't require an IP rating. I don't require wireless charging. I have current chargers that are wireless. It's not even an important factor in a phone to me. It's just another selling point. You know why? Because wireless charging is slow compared to plugging in. You can always plug in to a turbocharger, and now we have 18-watt chargers almost everywhere. Boom. You can charge it up real fast, real quick. You get a full charge in about an hour and 10 minutes, depending on what you're doing. You got 28-watt 30-watt chargers. I use a 48-watt charger. I never use the chargers that are in the boxes. You can jump on Amazon right now and get a 50-watt charger for cell phones and tablets and laptops, and it'll blaze through and charge your phone really fast. Now, some people say, oh, well, Jay, hold on a second, Jay. Wait a minute, Jay. You burning out the battery fast. Listen, man, I'm not thinking about burning no battery out fast when I'm charging a fast charge on a phone. That's not even important to me. I don't care if the battery burns out and it's going to cut the life down to 3 years. Man, I probably won't even have these phones for 3 years. Who knows? The way people trade in now, they got these trade-in programs, or people's cell phones, really don't even matter to me. Doesn't matter. So post your comments down below. I'm gonna try to catch up on some of you guys' comments. And I see a bunch of comments in here. I appreciate you guys stopping through. Let me scroll up here. This thing is going fast. Post your questions in there if you got some questions, man. Shout out to everybody who stopped through real fast. They probably said let me see. I'm trying to find it. Just got a 3X stock Android from a Note 9. I'm impressed so far. See, yeah, because you got people switching from the Note 9 to the 3A XL. You know what I'm saying? It's that good. It's an impressive phone. We can't sleep on it. And really, you know what I'm saying, Google's gonna have they got some questions they're gonna need to answer, because why didn't they do this sooner? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, they almost kicked themselves. And what's going on, Albert? I see they almost kicked themselves. Well, I'm using it for the person that's asking why I keep saying 3A XL. I have a 3A XL. I don't have a 3A. You know what I'm saying? They're the same phones, though. It's the only thing different is the screen size and the battery, and a few things like that. It's the same phone, so that really doesn't even matter. The 3A lineup is the 3A lineup, but I think Google's got some explaining to do, and the competition. Like, who is the competition for the 3AX? Okay, the 3A lineup. Who? Somebody posted in the comments who you think the competition is for. Now remember the price point now, $400 and $480. Who is Google trying to compete with as far as the mid-range game, since they say these are mid-range phones? Shoot, go ahead and go. List the phones that are in the US that Google is competing with. List them. Now, consider the price and all that. Who is Google competing with these phones? I gotta know. There's a close one, OnePlus. I agree with that. Even though OnePlus, the only thing you're saying that for might be is for price, but I'm talking about mid-range. People don't consider mid-range OnePlus. They consider OnePlus flagship. So you gotta, we should X out OnePlus, because OnePlus is flagship territory. They may only cost $570 and stuff like that, but that's a flagship phone. Jay Mill said they're competing with themselves. Sony, Motorola. Okay, there you go. Motorola, Sony. I agree with those. The XR and the S10 aren't considered mid-range phones. Those are considered flagship phones. Those phones cost $750. 750. Shout out to Chris for the super chat once again. I appreciate the love. Yeah, Sony, Motorola. That's probably it. In the US, I see the A50 and the A70, but those aren't in the US. So technically, they're just competing against Motorola. Oh, Nokia. There you go. Nokia's another one. There you go. Nokia. Samsung doesn't have any real mid-range phones. They have low-tier phones for the US. Those ones that are on the carriers, those are low-tier phones, man. So I think the closest one you guys have named is Nokia, Motorola, and Sony. But if you go outside of the US, the Pixel, nah. Reginald, I appreciate the super chat, man. Yeah, I push out a lot of coverage on the 3A, and I'll continue to do it, man. I think I owe you guys. I think I might have done 7, 8 videos already, probably more than that. I'm not even keeping count. But when you guys request videos, and that's why you guys see, these videos, because people are making a request, and if I have time to make it, I'll make it for you. That's just so simple. There's always somebody that wanted to see a video that somebody else didn't want to ask for, so it's always like that. All I want is Spotify and Google Maps. And Kobe, I'm not going to spend over $400 in 2019. I hear you, man. Save that loot. Sony probably, Sony's Sony's an excellent brand. Sony's an excellent brand. Unfortunately, it gets overshadowed by two other brands. So question, how many of you guys just saw the premiere video I did with the G7 versus the 3A? You see the camera comparison. How many people just saw that? And what did you think about that? What did you think about that comparison? I just compared those phones, and what did you think about the footage? Okay, tell me which one you thought was better. I can already see some comments coming in saying that the G7 was better. I don't remember the low. I don't remember how I found this channel, but it's one of I appreciate the love, Star Lords. So the G7. Okay, so why is it the wrong G7 to compare it to? I don't get it. The G7 is the G7. If you're going to say the G7 Plus, you can't say that because it's not in the US. So if that's what you're talking about, no. The G7 Plus is an overseas model that's not available for the US. Even though you can purchase it in the US, talking about phones right now. So a lot of you guys feel like the G7 was the better. That's crazy. And is it just because of the price? Or did you like the footage better? Or like as a total package, as a total package, the G7 or the Pixel 3A, which one? Which one would you tell a person to buy? Which one would you buy? Would you take the Moto G7 at $300 or would you take the Pixel 3A at $400? If so, why? Because technically, when I compare, I actually done a full comparison of those, and the 3A did better in performance. It's better in battery. It's overall a better performer. It's just that, and it's more of a total package when it comes to software, and it takes better photos, but video is where I like to focus on, which is what I did in that video. I think the G7 did a heck of a lot better. Because the Pixel devices, they've never said we have the best video footage. What did they say? They have the best photos. They've always said they have the best photos, and they live up to the hype. The 3A is a boss because it has the same camera as the Pixel, straight up. So the G7, it's a $299 phone or a $250 phone, depending on where you get it from. You get stock Android, you get all those modal gestures, which are very useful. You know what I'm saying? So again, but that's all personal preference. But if somebody asks me, I'm like, yo, how much money you got? Like I said in the video, how much money you got to spend? How much are you willing to spend? The 3, if they don't have a budget, I would tell them, pick what you want. But if your needs are photos, predominantly photos, not video, the 3A is definitely the way to go. And you're going to get much better battery too. And you're guaranteed software updates. So, but the G7 is just a killer package, and it's hard to deny it, man. That's why I do the comparisons and just let you guys see it for yourself. You got to see it for yourself. I'm trying to catch up on these comments. The questions are going super fast. Some of y'all feel like the iPhone XR video is the best. I'll tell you what. If you feel like the G7 just beat the 3A, there's no need for me to compare the XR because, I think the XR can get beat by the G7, seeing as though I have them both here. But the iPhones are good for video, but there's always someone that's better. Like they don't have the best video. And speaking of that, I feel like the G8 is one of the top set of cameras on a phone for video. I have so much control over this video camera. It's ridiculous, man. Microphones, everything are good. You know what I mean? It's crazy. The G8 is a true winner. It's just that it's a flagship. So I can't put it in the mid-range game, 2XL has a faster processor than a 3XL. That doesn't mean anything. Just because it has a higher processor, that doesn't mean it's better. Just because the number's higher. And I just compared the 3A, the Pixel 3 next to the 3A. You know what I'm saying? And the Pixel 3A performed the same as the Pixel 3. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Android Story, what's going on, man? Post your questions down there, man. Nobody is buying Motorola, LG, anything other than Samsung. It's mostly marketing, but the rest will probably die due to lack of exposure. I somewhat agree with that. I don't think people are not buying Motorola and LG products. I think that those companies are being overshadowed because the other companies are doing a better job at marketing. They're convincing people that their product is the product to buy. And I just told you how I feel about Samsung. Love the products, but there are way too many products out there that do better. Same thing with the iPhone. You know what I'm saying? There's a tons of people that buy I buy Motorola, and I know a lot of people that buy Motorola and LG. But again, if that's an argument that goes on in the tech world, have fun with it. But in the real world, there are way more people that are not spending over $200 for a phone. I know I've been to meetings and I've been to conferences. I've been to like surprise pop-ups where you don't know what's going to happen. And I can guarantee you the majority of those people in there, their phone costs under $200. They weren't walking around with these expensive iPhones or all these phones that are $900, $700, not even $400. They all had affordable phones. And what brand are those affordable phones? ZTE, Motorola, LG. It's not Apple and Samsung. Samsung has a few of them sprinkled in there, but not like ZTE, LG. Man, ZTE and LG have so many people laugh at them as a company, but they have a lot of phones out there that are under $100, and the majority of the world is buying them. Yeah. I got a question from Travi Tops. Do you think Google has success with the 3A? I said that earlier. I think so. I think they're going to have success. I think they should hold off on releasing a Pixel 4 because they're just cluttering their lineup right now. That sounds crazy, but I'm telling you. Hey, I appreciate that super chat. I didn't see you zoom by real quick, but I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, sir. But I think Google is cluttering their lineup by releasing the Pixel 4. Now, there are a lot of rumors out there. That the Pixel 4 is coming. Even the new schematics just popped up again. The problem I have with this is, what are they doing here? Because the 3A is actually really good, folks. It's really good. They need to consider converting back to the Nexus line. Man, Chris, you taking my words before I can even say it. Chris H already put it in the chat. They need to convert back to the Nexus line, get that hype train going behind them again, and start pushing out phones under $600. Under $600. They should not push out the Pixel 4. Google, if you're listening, do not push out the Pixel 4 this year. Don't do it, because you're going to be in a competition with the new Galaxy Note 10, which we know is going to ball out. That thing is going to be a boss. You're going to be in competition with the OnePlus 7, the 7 Pro, and the new iPhone. Do not push out the Pixel 4 this year. Do the Pixel 4 in like February or April of next year. Wait it out, man. Because the reason being is because the Pixel 3a is just that good. They're gonna clutter if they bring out the Pixel 4 this year. And somebody was like, I released a video saying, do we even need a Pixel 4? That's just to get you talking, guys. That's just to get the conversation going. Of course, we want to see a Pixel 4. However, we don't want to see a rushed product to be in competition with themselves. Because right now, the Pixel 3a, if you don't have it, I could tell you to go over and go to Best Buy or go to your local carrier and play with it. Just wait. And remember now, I was the one saying, I still feel that way about the price. Don't get it twisted. But remember, I was the one before saying, that, I don't know about the processor and That processor is holding up. It's doing very well. And so it would just be a huge loss for them if they bring out I feel like people aren't going to buy the Pixel 4. You know what you're going to do? You're going to have a bunch of people trading in their Pixel 3s, but Pixel 3a owners probably won't be in a rush to trade their phone in because they know they got a little jewel there. Yeah. And like our dog said, the 670 is a brand new processor. I've heard people say, like I've read some things from like the websites that do the processors, and they're saying that it's the same equivalent of 835. No, it's not. It's not the equivalent of 835. Not in like real world testing. But I feel like if Google was smart, man, and they're a big company, they don't need me to tell them how to do their marketing or what to do. They definitely should hold off on the Pixel 4 because now technically they can't release it because they just released the 3a. They're getting ready to get paid. They're getting paid from the 3a lineup right now. There are a ton of people that bought the 3a, straight up. Tons of people bought the 3a. And PA, what's going on? I see you in the chat. Tons of people bought the 3a, and it's totally worth it to those people. That's the way it should be. You buy something, and you determine whether it's worthy of your money or not. You determine that. So I see a comment from Lincoln. He says the 670 is on par with 821. No, it's not. Go to the website and you'll see that it's in line with the 710 processor, not the 821. I've heard that before. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just telling you, go to the website where you can put up Qualcomm and you put all their processors in the system and it shows you the test that they're doing. It's more in line with the 710 processor, not the 821. The 821 is a fast processor and a tried and true processor. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad processor. The 710 is more closer to the 610. I was watching, I'm not going to say the YouTuber's name because I actually like the person as a YouTuber, but that person said that it's equivalent to the 835, and that's just totally not accurate. The 835 is a fast processor, powerful, bangs through. And again, if that's the case, I just put it next to the 845, and the 845 performed pretty much the same, but the equivalence of processors is different. We're talking more, you can't bump it into a whole nother range. They're not being sold that way. You can, but I would say do some research on it. Like I did, I've just been reading up on it. Some said I thought it was a bit faster than the 821. But people can test it, but I say go directly to Qualcomm's website, and then you'll get the information. I can look at videos all day. I look at videos just like you guys, man. I don't just do videos. I watch other YouTubers. And some of the things they say is kind of like, I'm going to go directly to the source, which for me is Qualcomm. Yeah. It's pretty good. You won't be suffering this too. Yeah. Moto wins. Which one? I mean, Steven says the 2XL or the 3AXL. You just test them out. I wouldn't take the 2XL over the 3AXL. That's just a personal choice. Had it, there's a few things I like better about the 3XL. And plus I know they'll stand behind the 3AXL longer than the Pixel 2XL. Not that the Pixel 2XL is a bad phone, but why not get something that costs less? And I know you're probably saying that because you can probably get the 2XL for cheaper now, but I still would probably go with the 3A. At least the small 3A. That's what I probably would do. See, everybody look at Art Dog's comment. Everybody take a second and look at Art Dog's comment. I'll read it for you. He says the 670 replaced the 660 processor, so it cannot be in the same league as the 835. Make sense? Yeah. So, kind of do your own research though. Now, anything else is there anything about the Pixel 3a lineup that you guys don't like? What is it about the phones that you don't like? Only thing I could find at this point is the price and then the storage. Those are two things that I think are very important. And, some people are kind of getting offended by me saying the price. But again, if you have phones out there that offer a ton more for just the same price or a little bit more, yeah. So I'm looking at you guys. No water resistance. Okay, so some of you guys require water resistance. There's no right or wrong answer, folks. This is just a question. No SD card. Yeah, no SD card. Somebody said RAM. I think 4 gigs of RAM is more than enough because it's 4 gigs of RAM is in the Pixel 3, and I think it's flowing right along for me. I'm not crazy about the bezels and the display. Okay, so some people don't like the bezels. Shout out to Ardell, he doesn't like the bezels. Yeah, there's no wrong or right answer. Price and storage with Jason, he's rolling along with me. And there's I take you out guy. What's going on, man? I ain't see you in there. He's creeping around. Wireless charging is another wireless charging. Some people don't like wireless charging. IR blasters. Some people love IR blasters. Yeah. Storage. I think that's pretty much IP rating, storage, the low storage, and then I'm just saying it's not low, but with no SD card and that price tag, it's low. So no expandable storage, the plastic. Oh, there we go. There's one, the plastic back. Some people don't like the plastic back. Now I was in a stream. I was watching a stream with Mobile Geezer, Will D, and Mike from Simply Your Device, and I commented that way. I told him, I said, I don't see a difference in the materials. The 3 doesn't feel premium next to the 3A. It just doesn't. I don't see it. A lot of people are complaining about the plastic build. I think it's fine. I cannot tell the difference between the two, because you know why? Because the phone has some weight to it. It's got a little bit of oomph to it. So I don't see the difference in the materials. I don't think the 3 feels any more premium than the 3A lineup. I just don't see it. That's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? I saw something about plastic is more durable than glass. Of course. Oh, yeah. It'll just scratch. It won't break. If the Samsung Galaxy S9 at the same price was at the same price, would you buy the 3A at the same price, and why? That's a great question. I like that question. I actually like that question. So here's some things about that though. Here's the thing. The Galaxy S9 is a flagship, which means it has flagship specs. So meaning Quad HD display, you've got an IP, you got wireless, you got a whole bunch of things on the S9 that are nowhere near the 3A. So it would be more realistic if that was like the Pixel 3 XL or the Pixel 3, the Pixel lineup, not the 3A lineup, because the 3A may be nice and everything, but I don't think I could, if they were the same price, which right now, oh, you know what? Actually, technically they are right now, because you can get on Amazon right now and find a Galaxy S9 for $450. So, I probably would lean more towards the S9. The form factor is better. It's got, I don't require all those things, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough one, but I think if I was, you got a Quad HD display. There's a lot of things, man, that will make me get the S9, over the 3A. I don't know. It's a tough one. The S9 is definitely a boss up phone, but it's also a flagship. So, never going back after wireless charging. Wireless charging for me is just not a requirement, but I've heard a lot of people say, man, I sit my phone down overnight, let it charge while I sleep, blah, blah, blah. And they like it. You know what I'm saying? You think Google's going to make a camera by itself? Man, you know what? See, a lot of you guys are really smart. And I'm thinking you guys need to join some of the marketing teams for these companies, because that would actually be a smartphone. Like that would be a smart purchase or smart buy from Google. But also somebody else said that Google should make a Google YouTube phone. In the last live stream I did, somebody said that they should make a YouTube phone, and that would just be boss. Remember Facebook tried to make the Facebook phone? It flopped. But I guarantee you that the YouTube phone would succeed heavily because they won't have to do too much. As long as it has a Quad HD display and they price it at the right price, $500, they can sell a lot of those YouTube phones. Yeah. They need to make a smart camera for point and shoot. That would be sweet. That would be sweet. Because that other clips thing and all that stuff they brought out, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. What my man John Mooring at? He in here? I see somebody say his name. Yeah, the Nest Cam. Man, stereo speakers on YouTube phone. Oh, man, Cruz, you already know. Somebody talked about that last time, and I'm telling you, man, that will just be a smooth phone. It will sell very well. Then their primary focus will be like, remember the Amazon Fire phone? That was another phone that flopped that shouldn't have. The Amazon Fire phone was a sweet phone, man. People just, the price, it came out at a price that people weren't ready for. Even though it was ahead of its time, the Amazon Fire phone was a boss. And so Google bringing a YouTube phone, that will be a smart move. That will be a smart move. Yeah. Social media phone. R. Thomas has a social media phone. Technically they could. I don't think that will fare too well with Google because they have too many services that they keep cutting off. Like they discontinue a Google Plus. They have Duo, Hangouts, Google Voice. They have all these different things, and it's all over the place. Now the YouTube phone, yes, definitely. So Jay Mills found the Galaxy S9 Plus renewed on there on Amazon for $390. Renewed, basically refurbished. That's a fantastic deal. John Mooring is your dad? Oh, snap, Nintendo 64. I didn't know John Mooring, that's my man. So John Mooring's son is in here, folks. What's going on, man? That's cool. Pops got you on game. That's good, man. You're on the right track. That's what's up. I didn't know it was John Mooring was his dad. Get on out of here, man. That's cool, man. I need to do another portrait video, Mason. You says, yeah, I'm gonna push one out, man. I'm gonna push out another portrait video. That's gonna be good. Let me see. I see a comment from Chris H here in Art Dog. If they charge premium price for a Pixel 4, they should include Google Premium services like YouTube. Oh, that would be sweet, Chris. If they're gonna charge that would be sweet. The YouTube phone would have YouTube TV and music service. That would be boss. Google can totally make that happen. So check this out. What if this current phone, this 3A lineup, would have come out as the YouTube phones with those services for that same price tag with that processor and everything? Then how do you guys feel about that? They would have brought out the same phone, not called it the Pixel 3A and the 3A XL. They just would have brought out the YouTube phones. Would you have paid the current price, that $400 and that $480, if you're getting the services with it? With the process as is, just rebranded as the Google YouTube phone or the YouTube phone or whatever, but you get music and you get TV services free for a year. $480 and $400, I think a lot of people will purchase those. Who in here would pay for that? Same price. It's not a 3A and 3XL. It's just rebranded to the YouTube phone, and they give you services for a year or two or something like that. For the same price, processor, all that. Who would buy that then? Who would say it was fair? Somebody said, I definitely would pay for that. Yeah, I mean, it's totally fair. Just having the premium services for a year will be a good deal. Because even after you turn off the premium services, you'll just have ads or something like that. You know? A ton of you guys would. I'm totally with you. That would be a killer deal right there. Yep. That would be a killer deal. The question is not, can Google give those features? The question is, will they give those features to them? Of course they can, but it's up to them, Cruz says. Yep, it's up to them. They both run apps the same. Most of them, yep. Stephen, you're right. Somebody said goodbye to Netflix. My kids stay on YouTube, who actually has a 3A. I tell you, man, if Google, in fact, tries to release, and again, it's not that I don't want them to. I'm just trying to keep your mind fresh, keep your mind up on something. How's call quality? Call quality on the 3A is absolutely top notch. I lost service Okay, so where I live is the neighborhood is a lot of trees and something like that sometimes. So I lose service sometimes in that area. But one time when I was arming the security at the house from the phone and I was on a call, it just completely cut my service off completely. I had to reboot the phone. That happened one time. Hasn't happened since. Other than that, all my call quality is flawless. It's flawless. I got a question from Ben's son. It says, Jay Will, I had a Samsung rep half convinced me to buy S9 for $399 a week ago. I bought the G7 because it was $150. I wanted to make the switch. Yeah, I mean, the G7 and $399 for a Galaxy S9, killer deal. Killer deal. The only problem I have is I have a boatload of phones and I don't want to sell them. Some phones I sell, some phones I keep. Like a lot of these phones are kind of collector phones to me, you know what I'm saying? So I can reference back when I keep using them. That's why I still have the original Pixel, the OG, not the Pixel 3, I mean, because I think that phone is fantastic. You know, it's an awesome phone, hands down. It's a really good phone. But Google, to me, I asked a question earlier about who is the competition for the 3A. And pretty much some of you guys, I saw some of you people in there saying they're in a competition with themselves because, and I understand why you say that, which is why they got that price like that, I believe. That's just me. What do I know? I don't know everything. That's why I like to engage with you guys and get your opinions on things. But I say that the competition is only with Google right now because the Moto G7 is a hot phone. All right? Moto G7, hot phone. However, the marketing from Motorola, slim to none. Sony has good marketing, right? But where is it? Where is Sony's marketing? I don't really see much. When last time you saw a Sony commercial for these Sony phones? Have you seen any at all? Have you seen any commercials on the Sony Xperia 1? Anybody? I have yet to see one. Never. Here come the nevers. I'm sure they're going to start piling up. I have yet to see, and I can't wait to compare the cameras on this phone right here to the 3A XL because it's a direct competitor. And it's sad because the phones are so good, man. The phones are good. They're good. They're really good. I saw a super chat scrolling by really fast. There he is. Oh, that's Tech King on a budget, man. Just stepped by so low. What's up, man? Shout out, man. Shout out. Appreciate you coming on by. Will is in here. I see you. A lot of you guys stop by. Yeah, I mean, the Sony Xperia, Sony phones, folks, boss. Cameras, boss. Software, stock, run smooth, nothing. No problems with Sony phones. And Sony, if you see, people think that Sony doesn't update their phones. Yes, they do. They're just in more of a control of the update. You get it when they want to give it to you. And I've been getting regular updates on all of my Sony phones. I just got an update on my Sony Xperia X8 Ultra. You know, the big dog? I just got an update on that. They're still updating phones. They are. I'm looking at your question here from Chris H. YouTube phone, it must be done. You must buy a flagship phone and YouTube premium services are included. I think we need to look into this. Chris, I'm telling you, man, that would be boss. Man, Techzilla in the house. Deep, man. Dookie in here, y'all. Y'all know Dookie and Techzilla. Something's wrong. Dookie is DV. I'm not just saying that. That's his nickname. DVZN Media. Man, he gets it in with the editing game is on point. So if you ain't seen no good editing, you head over to Dookie's channel real quick. You're gonna be blown away. Techzilla in the house. Techzilla's still using the OG one. 2.5 years later, running Q is running like new. You heard it right there. So tons of people hold on. I mean, he's a reviewer though. He's got like 100 phones over there, just like I do. But as far as his Google phones go, he's making the point that, you know, the OG Pixel is still a good buy. And you can probably find it for a dirt cheap now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Dookie just got his 3A XL. Oh, man, I can't wait to see your coverage. I can't wait to see some extended coverage on that, man. I think you, man, first of all, how do you like it? How do you like the 3A XL? I gotta know your first impressions, man. How do you like it? How do you like it? What did he say? My glasses. He just switched from the OG Pixel today. Actually, like the new phone. I didn't think he would say anything otherwise, man. Yeah. Big dog in the big dog come through, say big dog in the house. Big dog in the house. He got the purplish. Oh, that's the one I wanted, man. But again, I appreciate Google hooking me up. Man, I would have been, at least they didn't send me a black one because I already have a black one. They sent me this white one. The white one is cool with me. I even have some skins already made for it. Shout out to Sophie Guard. I bought the skins, okay? Just so you know, I bought my skins from Sophie Guard because I'm not rocking with D brand no more, and I ain't rocking with Slick Wraps. Horrible service. But so Big Dog has the 3A. Let's do a quick roll call, man. Let's do a quick roll call. I want to know which 3A you have if you have a 3A. So I'm gonna type mine in. I got the 3A XL. You already know that. Type in what you have, man. Type in what you have. I got the white one too. I got the white 3A XL. Anybody rocking with the small 3A? Type in what you got, man. You got the purplish joint in the house. There you go. That purple one. That purple one is nice, man. You got another XL. Got another purple. Got a couple of purples, man. Another purple. Man, I might have to just go buy the purple one, man. I might have to buy the purple. Texzilla, you over there? I heard for you, Texzilla, I heard that it costs a heck of a lot, man. I heard it's a lot for you overseas, man. I heard it's a lot. Got another 3A XL. Got some 2XLs. 3A and 3XL. Yeah, basically, man. Well, yeah. You can find refurbished pixels for $99. Purplish. Chris, man. You crazy, man. Black 3XL in the house. Pixel Squad in here, man. Pixel Squad is here. So it's the 3A is 400. What is that US dollars? Let's convert that real quick to US dollars. Let me search Google real quick and see what that is for US dollars. That's $518, man. Whew. Yeah, that's $518 for you, man. Yeah, that converts over to a lot. That's 100 plus more. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people overseas in the UK and everywhere, they're not trying to, they want it, but they said they're not going to get it because it costs more. That's for the 3A, so I can imagine that the XL probably costs a heck of a lot more. Yeah. R. Thomas, you never had a Pixel. Wow. I would definitely recommend you grab the 3A, man. You will be impressed with it. You will be really impressed, man. You will get a chance to see what Android is really about. Because if you've been buying phones that have skins on them, you'll be happy with the 3A, man. Or the 3, just any of the stock Android phones. Not just the selling point of the 3A, but you will be happy with the 3, the 3A, the 2XL, probably any of the Pixels. The stock Android is on point. So Texzilla said he can get a LaShawn in the house, man. Yeah, you late, LaShawn. I've been going for like an hour. He said I can pick up a 3 for the same price. Yeah, that's the crazy part. I heard about that over in the UK, man. That the phone, the 3As are priced up there for some reason. I don't know what that's about. What do you think of Bang Yang Gang Kid or whatever? However, I know I just butchered that. What do you think about there being no notification LED on the 3A? You don't even, okay, so here's the thing about that. Personally, I don't care if a phone has an LED notification as long as it has always on display. Always on display is good enough for me. Like I don't need, because the phone, what you do is you set your always on display to just give a light hint of what it is. Always on display. You don't need an LED light. Always on display eliminates the need for an LED light. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't even care if I have an LED light. If a phone has always on display, that's better to me, because that way I don't got to turn the phone on. I only got to open up the phone at all to see what it is. I just look at the outside of the screen and say, oh, that's just Instagram, or oh, that's Twitter, or oh, that's YouTube. Nearly all of the icons, like Apple apps, are supported. You know what I'm saying? All of the apps pretty much are supported. So yeah. You was gaming, man. Then you started cooking. He getting this grown man on. He went from cooking to gaming. Yeah, Pixel Squad, stand up. I see LaShawn in here now, man. Yeah, so the other cats are saying the same thing, always on display. You know what I'm saying? You don't really need a LED light. If it had one, you know what I'm saying? That's just another hardware feature. It'll be cool and everything, but if a phone has always on display, I'm straight with it. I'm cool with it. Always on display is nice because it lights up each individual application, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google Play. It lights up any of those icons, and you can see what it is. Your email, it'll let you know. If you don't want to check it, don't check it. You're good to go. Yeah, tech. Always on display is definitely the way to go. So if you're just coming in, man, there's a lot of Pixel Squad owners. This entire stream, pretty much almost everybody got a Pixel. Even if it's not the 3A, it's a Pixel. You know what I'm saying? So the Pixel Squad is in here, man. For real, for real. I've been going now for about an hour or so. Oh, man, it's 10:30. Side note, I want to talk about something. Before I get out of here, I want to hear from you guys. I will do another stream, though. I got to do another stream tomorrow. I might stream again tomorrow night. But before we get out of here, we got to discuss this. Sean, I know you just got here, man. Come on, man. I need you to jump in here a little sooner than that. We got to discuss this before we get out of here. Check this out. OnePlus. The OnePlus 7 event is tomorrow. Is there anybody here? Because I put up a poll on Google Plus. Not Google Plus. I missed my Google Plus. I put up a poll on Twitter, and I put up a poll on YouTube. In the communities tab, how many people are buying the OnePlus? So, on Twitter, it's only about 100 votes, but 43% of the people are buying it, and the other 57 say pass, not gonna happen. Are you guys interested in T, man? What the heck? T, you late, man. Unless you've been on the grind, chilling, cooking, and gaming. Man, how many people are buying the OnePlus 7? I know creators are going to buy it. I know content creators are going to buy it. Every YouTuber in this stream is probably going to get the OnePlus 7 or the Pro. You're going to get one of them. Man. Oh, you've been editing. Yeah, you better get that grind on. Again, creators, man, taking time. I appreciate the love. Who is getting, again, I know content creators are going to get the OnePlus device. I know you are. Anybody that's not a creator in here going to get the OnePlus device? John Mooring, what's going on, man? Your son was in here earlier, man. I was like, whoa, get up out of here. Anybody getting so it depends on the price. A lot of people say it depends on the price. Okay. Gary Brown says, nope. Shout out to my man, Night Tech. He need to get back into doing reviews, man. He just stepped all the way off. He stopped doing reviews on me. A lot of people say pass. If the price is right, a lot of people... Now, one of them is supposed to be... The regular 7 is... I've already sold my 6T, so that's why I'm getting me a 7 at least. But I got to rock with that Pro. I already got some Pro cases. You know what I'm saying? I got the cases already. But, so, a lot of you guys said no. Like, you guys said, nah, I'm not rocking with it. The polls on Twitter, people are either getting the Pro or they're not getting it at all. And a lot of you guys say it depends on the price. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. But the crazy part is OnePlus is just like Google in a sense. You know why? Because I still think the OnePlus 3 is one of the best. I mean, one of the best phones that OnePlus has ever made. Man, some of the OGs coming in here late, man. The price will be, They'll just put the price out. Let me see. Woo, that's going to be expensive. I've seen something like that, Tech. That's about almost $1,000. Ken Good and Jim. Man, all y'all cats coming in here right now. I was about to wrap it up. I'm going to have to stay a little bit longer now. LaShawn just come in. Tech come in. Technic T come in. All y'all come in. I'm going to hang for a little bit longer, man. I ain't doing nothing. We'll kick it some more. But that's going to be an expensive price for that OnePlus. 800 pounds. That's almost 1,000 over here for us. That's crazy. That's a lot of money. I don't know, man. I hope that they don't do that. I hope OnePlus does not do that, man, because that's going to be, they're going to run into some problems with that, man. Trying to push that phone out for that price, they're going to run into some serious problems, man. Technically, T, he said, I can't, what T say? Nah, I can't mess with that Pro. I can't. Man, you know, the smaller one is supposed to be, you know, I got my OnePlus shirt on. The smaller one is supposed to be starting at $529 or $569. Totally worth it. It's pretty much the current 6T with upgraded internals. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. So I've never heard of them pushing out a phone that price. I hope they don't. But you know what I'm saying? If they do, they're going to be in trouble, because if the Pro is supposed to have a quad HD display, you know what I'm saying? All these different things. It's supposed to just be so much better than the regular one. Personally, I'm trying to rock with the 7 first and then the Pro. And a lot of people are saying, nah, I'll pass, Jay. Nah, son, I ain't getting that. I don't blame you. That's going to be an expensive. They getting up there, man. If they don't bring out a phone that costs under $600, they can hang it up. What's the name said? OnePlus isn't cheap anymore. Doggone right. They can hang it up though, son. If they feel like they can push those phones out like that, it's not that they're okay. When I say that, don't take it the wrong way, folks. Don't take it the wrong way. It's not that I'm saying they're not worth it. It's not that I'm saying they're not allowed to do it. Everybody else doing it. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is they're doing a Google, if you will. They've gotten away from what works for them. We don't have to have 20 gigs of RAM in a phone. Keep it normal, keep it civil, and keep that price down and keep moving units. They already struck a good deal and made a bunch of money with T-Mobile. Now they're going to do the exclusive deal with T-Mobile. If you know that, the OnePlus 7 Pro is going to be exclusive to T-Mobile. It's going to be the only U.S. carrier that has it, but you'll still be able to buy it through the OnePlus store. So that's the exclusive, because now the OnePlus is supposed to be on all carriers or something like that, I believe. But that exclusive deal for the Pro, the 7 is going to be on all carriers, but the Pro is not, from what I saw in the little leaks and stuff like that. But again, rumor mill, you know what I'm saying? We don't know for sure. But what I can tell you is that if, in fact, the Pro is just on T-Mobile first, you already know T-Mobile going to be pushing the crap out of that phone, man. They're going to sell a boatload of them. They're gonna sell a boatload of the Pros, because already, excuse me, you could be one of the first 200 people on tomorrow in Times Square and grab one. Yeah. Put your comments down below, folks. We've just been kicking it, talking about the real competition for the Pixel lineup, the new Pixel lineup. Do they even have any competition? And according to a lot of people in this stream, you guys say, nah, they're competing with themselves, because the mid-range game is pretty much ZTE, Motorola, Nokia, Sony. Pretty much it. Since OnePlus has gotten a carrier back in them, they're feeling like in a position to price higher, but it's going to backfire, like John Mooring said. It will backfire, man. Because, see, here's the thing about the crazy part. Tell me if I'm wrong. But isn't it crazy how we seem to allow Apple and Samsung to boost those prices way up? And then when other companies do it, we don't complain about it? Okay, so I think I said it backwards. We allow Apple and Samsung to do it. When other companies do, we complain about it. We say that they can't do it. When in a lot of situations, their phones are better than Apple and Samsung on a bad day. Don't we do that? That's that great marketing that gets all of us. That's that great marketing. Technically, the OnePlus devices are way better than a lot of the Samsung and Apple phones. But why is it that we allow them, those two companies, to do a minimum price of $1,000? But other companies bring a phone out that's $800, and we say, oh, no. I dare they do that to us. You better not be. No. When in reality, the phones probably are much better. In my testing, I think the Moto G7 is better than several iPhones and better than several Samsungs. For real. Cliff, what's going on? I see you, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the mindset. Cliff, yeah, you didn't get the notification? Wow, man. Because I saw a lot of people just came in, like 10 people just came in, you know, out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, all right, man, take care, Nintendo. But I mean, why do we do that? Why do we do that? See a comment up here. I'll read this comment. It's always up to Scott says it's always up to the consumer on what they want to buy. It's true. Samsung and Apple and some others, you pay premium just for the name. It's kind of up to the consumers, but marketing is a powerful tool, man. People can convince you, a company and a person can convince you of something that you don't even need. We all have fallen victims to that before. The Maestro says, now that the Pixel 3a and 3a XL are out, OnePlus is in trouble. I totally agree. But see, you know what's going to happen? Watch this now. Pay attention to this. The tech world is going to say that the Pixel 3a and the 3a XL can't be compared to the OnePlus because they're mid-ranges, even though they're probably better. We don't know for sure, but a lot of people in the tech world won't even compare them. So if you want to see comparisons of mid-range versus flagship, come here, Techzilla, Technically T, My Project 13 might do a few of them. Easy Computer Solutions. You need to go to channels like that. You know what I'm saying? The channels, a lot of the channels don't even compare, quote unquote, a tier phone here to a phone up here because they say you can't do it. I do it because I want to see if I can save you some money. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to see comparisons like that, you better make sure you go to I'm not trying to sell you on my channel, but I know I do it here. I post, I don't care what the price tag is. If I want to do the comparison, I'm going to do the comparison. And that's what you should be looking for. Go to those other channels and watch their videos. Support them. I'm not telling you to support them and not support them. Support them. If that's your thing, I know, support them. But you rarely see them comparing a phone that's $1,000 to $200. And if they do it, the $1,000 phone always wins. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. All right, D. See you later, man. The 3A is the best-selling Android phone. Go. Yeah, that's Chris. I mean, the 3A, it's just a hot... It's just a hot item right now. How dare you compare flagship to me? Yeah, man. That's what they do, LaShawn, man. They be getting... And some people that are not creators, they be in the comments trying to get at you. I be like, whoa. I mean, calm down. Don't you want to see what your money is getting you? Are you going to be upset? Because a lot of people, I mean, I've said it a bunch of times. Some people probably feel cheated, man, that Google brought this out. And then they got the 3. Some people said, I don't feel cheated. Some people said, I don't feel no type of way. But I think you should feel some type of way because we just got a lower price phone that does the same thing as the higher price phone from the same company. It's a myth that people need to be, some people need to be called a flagship. Yeah, I hear you, Tech, all day long. Xperia 1, I'm so ready for that phone, man. Every time I think about that phone, I just get so, they need to come on with it, man. Shout out to RC Flyer 85. Man, I see you in a minute, man. So I stick with Samsung because I love Samsung Pay. Yes, Samsung Pay is on and popping. No one else has that. So yeah, Samsung Pay is everywhere. So if you are a person, because there's always a reason that a person will like something, and you or nobody else should never try to convince a person not to like what they like. That's not how it works. That's why earlier when I asked that question and all the questions I've asked, there's no wrong answer. There's no, this phone is better than this phone. That just doesn't exist. Those things are created by people who think they got all the answers. Like personally, you want to hear what I think? You don't really care, I'm sure, but personally, I think, like I said, the G8 is a better buy than several phones on the market. And when the Xperia 1 comes out, oh boy, you better look out, man. You better watch out. For those that, because, and that's why I said, I'll give them $1,000. You better watch out when that Xperia 1 drops, son. You better get ready. you better get ready. Because the Xperia 1, man, I saw someone who just posted that. I think that was Tech. Somebody said something about the Xperia 1. I love the Xperia 1. I was lucky enough to try it out. Yeah, I saw your joint. Man, what the heck? Oh, that's a my I got my phone. Hold on, man. That is the stupidest. I know y'all can hear that screaming. Yo, so when that's a security feature in the G8. If you remove the SIM card, I got mine set. If you remove the SIM card, it'll set an alarm off, and that's the alarm. It's a little girl screaming. Like, what the heck? When I first heard that, man, I was like, what the heck? It scared me. I was like, what the heck? Oh my God. I'm running around the house. Now I get back to my office, like, that's the phone, man. I just put my password in. I got to turn that off. That freaked me out, man. I was just looking around like, now, oh, shoot, what's going on? Yeah, that's a crazy feature. Shout out to the super chat. I see you guys pushing it in. Man, yeah, no, man, that's the security feature on the G8. I was taking my SIM card out of my G8 and putting it back into the Pixel 3a. And, oh, my gosh. I got to go in here and turn that off, man. The Xperia 1, though, man, I cannot wait to buy mine. Wow, I'm telling you. I'm ready for that Xperia 1. Because I'm intrigued by the new 21:9 aspect ratio. A lot of people are not. So, if you're a Sony fan, come here. I'm going to give you the footage. Oh, man. Versatile says, I'm a big Samsung guy, but I also like Google. Man, I give props to anybody who rocks with a brand and only that brand. Me, I can't do it. Only time I can rock with a brand is if it's something like my favorite BlackBerry or WebOS. I'm going to always support those no matter what. I just love what they bring to the table, man. And everybody has but the fact that I review tech, later on in life now, I get to experience it all. So I don't crap on a person who likes one brand. But what I don't like is when a person likes a brand and they start calling everybody else sheep. Or you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, wow, you support one brand? Why can't I? I'm jealous of Techzilla, man, because he got to use that Xperia. Oof. That phone is, oh man. Never in my life have I wanted a phone so bad and can't get it. Been saving for it. Saved up the money for it. Can't get it. I saw a question about what is your favorite, and I lost it on the stream. It's going so fast. Let me see if I can get on the big monitor over here. Yep. Techzilla called it, man. He said 3 YouTubers will represent the Xperia, and that's me, him, and Easy. I totally agree. I ain't seen nobody else really rock hard with Sony, man. Sony phones are beast mode, man. You just got to get into it, man. You got to see what you... I'm rocking with Sony for sure. I can't wait. Oh, somebody said, what's your favorite phone brand? They don't make phones anymore, man. I mean, WebOS and BlackBerry cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been using BlackBerry since pagers, since before when there weren't any BlackBerry phones. I was using the pagers, and I just like BlackBerry as a brand with BlackBerry OS. But I really like WebOS, and all we're looking at today is a rerun of these phones because everything came from BlackBerry OS and WebOS, especially WebOS. Everything came from WebOS, man. Nearly everything. But I'm settling for what I got right now, man. Sony is underrated. I take you out, guys. Sony's definitely underrated, man. They've got, again, it's to a point where that great marketing, you know what I'm saying? That marketing, man, the day that I could find that Palm and HTC and all these guys, they team up and somebody brought back WebOS, that would be my phone, man. I don't want nothing based on Android. I want WebOS. I want the developers to get behind it. I want the developers to get the apps going right. It's just, HTC is underrated. Sony is underrated. Tons of companies are underrated, but they just can't get that shine because they don't want to spend that loot, Is HTC closing down? They've closed their stores in China and Australia. I don't think HTC is closing down per se. I think what's happening is they're downsizing because HTC is bigger than just LaShawn, man, you crazy. You crazy, bro. HTC is bigger than just the mobile department. But I understand what you're saying. It probably looks like they are, but I don't think they'll close down. I think it's just a matter of they might have to get rid of some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But man, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I've been on here for almost 2 hours, an hour and 25 minutes. I got to get out of here. I'm going to have me a late night snack. I got to finish cleaning up. All you guys are awesome, man. I like to see, man, I love when YouTuber creators come to the stream. But y'all comment. I go to everybody else's stream, but I hardly ever comment. But I love to see, I comment sometimes, but I love to see creators in the stream, man. Shout out to Chris H for another super chat, man. I appreciate the love. You guys are awesome, man. I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. But I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow to cover, I got phones beeping everywhere, to cover the OnePlus. I'm not sure. I do plan on buying the 7 and the 7 Plus, but I'll tell you this now. If the Sony Xperia 1 gets released anytime in the next 30 days, I'm not going to have both of them. I got to get the Xperia 1. I've been waiting way too long to get the Xperia 1. Yeah, I've been waiting way too long. Shout out to John Morey, man. He made it through. His son made it through, man. I can't believe it. That's crazy, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. Some of you guys are just straight up regulars, man. y'all just support me, you know, and you call me out when I need to be called out, you know what I'm saying? Contrary to what people believe, I can actually take criticism from people and feedback, but not when you calling me a curse word or, you know, that's not feedback or criticism. That's just you cursing me out. Whoever those people are that do that. But shout out to the Pixel Squad, man. Yo, if you're not a part of the Pixel Squad, LaShawn, you know, he could drop that in there. I think he can drop that in. I don't know if he can share. I'm not on the phone, so I can't, but man, I really hope that the Xperia 1 comes out sometime soon. But shout out to my Pixel Squad. We're going to continue to represent. If you have the 3A, no matter what Pixel you have, you know, if you've never experienced a Pixel, I think you'll enjoy any of the Pixels that come out. As you can see, I have the official Pixel wallpaper. You see how they brought this phone out? And they didn't give you anybody get this wallpaper on their Pixel 3A? Anybody? Before I get out of it, did anybody get the official Google wallpaper that they showed off? Nope, you didn't, right? Ain't that crazy? And you know what? I can't put it on Google Plus because they eliminated Google Plus. That's where I used to post all my wallpapers. I tell you what, if you want this wallpaper, I'm going to post it in the Pixel Squad group so you can go over there and get it. It's a big file. So I'm going to post it in there so you can have the original default wallpaper for your Pixel 3A, because I know this did not come on the phone. They teased it, but they didn't put it on there. So I'll drop this in the Pixel Squad chat. Shout out to the Pixel Squad. Let's talk about that OnePlus 7 tomorrow. I had about 3 videos ready to release, but I pushed them back while I was on the stream. I disabled them and pushed them back a couple days because I know the OnePlus is in the Pixel right now. The 3A is bringing attention to the Pixel 3 and all the other Pixels. So, man, it's just all Pixel Squad, right? It's Pixel right now all day. That's all people are talking about. And I wouldn't be surprised that when the OnePlus 7 and 7 Pro come out tomorrow, that people are still talking about the Pixel. They're going to compare it to this phone because it's a hot item right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not because Google sent them to all of us or sent them to some of it. It has nothing to do with it. The phone is hot, whether I had it or not. There it is. Hit that link right there. Join us in the Pixel Squad. I will post this official photo for the 3A. This is the one that they never released with the phone. I will post this in the chat so you can download it and put it on any phone you want to. But if you put it on a Pixel, that means you're going to be official. Appreciate the super chat on the way out the door, man. Tech Wiz, I see you, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm going to get out of here. My wife told me I just did laundry, so I got to make the bed up and do all that stuff. Yeah, I'm still human. I got to go clean up the kitchen and stuff. I got to finish cleaning up, but got to hang out with you guys for a little bit, man. I will try to post another, and I'm going to push back my videos. I'm going to push them back because I know the OnePlus is going to eat it up. So I'm going to try to kick back on the Pixel videos for a little bit and do some other videos on some other phones. because I got a lot of stuff coming in. So, man, you guys are awesome. I appreciate everything. Just stay real and true to yourself, and you want